Hmm. Okay. Hello, good evening, everybody. Uh, I'm so excited to be your host tonight. It's been an amazing uh, how would I put it now? It's been an amazing countdown gearing up to this particular webinar. Okay, we'll just take, let's say, next 2-3 minutes and allow other people to join in on the live stream. You can also share the link now and invite your friends. We're talking about securing tomorrow. There is a lot in store for us this evening, and I assure you, you are not going to waste next 1 hour. So just take some time, pick the link, share it to your friends, invite them, both those on the group and those not on the group. It is going to help anybody you know. I am so sure of this one. It's going to help anybody you know. So just take the next 2 minutes, share your links, share your links. Oh, thank you, thank you. All right, while we are at it also, I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Joseph Naji. I'm the lead instructor at Equitribe. Some of you know me as Joesax. You've always known me as a saxophonist. But beyond that, I mentor and teach people what it takes to move to their next level. I run a mentorship hub called Equitribe Global. And the core of what we do is that we train people on areas bordering around purpose discovery, self-development, finance, relationship, and leadership. So it's, well, let me put it this way. There are things you don't learn in school, and there are things you hardly hear in church, and there are things the family system has failed to teach us. So this is where I come in. Those things you don't hear often, either at home, in the family, or in school, and in church. This is where we come in. We bring balance to these things from the lens of scripture, from the lens of God's word. So, like I said, we're giving us 2 minutes to actually share the link and bring on people. So I will just start. I will start. We don't have so much time, but we need to cover ground. There is a lot we need to talk about. And also, if you are joining us, please drop your comments in the comment section so that we can also tell me where you are joining from, your name and where you are joining from. Your name and where you are joining from. So we can actually interact. Yes, I can see icons. Iban, I can see you. Yes. Yes, I am Okoro Buchi. I can see you guys. Yes. Just tell me where you're joining from. Tell me where you're joining from. Your name and where you're joining from, where you're connecting from. Let's just use these 5 minutes to do a little of introductions. I've already told you who am I. So just tell me your name, where you're joining from. Yes, Iban Godwin, joining from UNN. I see you. John Daniel. Yeah. Clems. Yes. Clems Emmanuel. My guy. It's been a while. Yes. All right. Please do share the link on your status, on your social media, on your stories. Yes, God's in Onovo. Angel. Yes, it's good to have you on this call. Yes, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Oh. I can see Ben. Yeah, Peter Benjamin from Enugu. Yeah. Our Papa is here. God's Oracle is joining from Enugu. United States of Enugu. Daddy, you are welcome, sir. It's good to have you on this call. It's good to have you on this. No, like I mentioned earlier, when we put out the invitation for this, there was a limitation to using Google Meet. So we had to switch to YouTube Live. Google Meet allows only 100 persons per call. And I know we people on the group already, we have over 200. So since we're having much people, it will be to not make sense to bring in Google Meet and then some people are locked out. So it's an opportunity for you to join. YouTube. Share the link. Just share the link. Ngene Daniel, I can see you. Kenechuku. Oh, wow. Yes. Chibike. Oh, wow. Jesse. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Okay. Like I said, we will just use this first. Also, please, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Isaac, I see you. Chimezie Gift, I see you. Like, share, subscribe. You are not just doing me a favor, you are doing yourself a favor, because we'll be dropping things that will be helping you, things that will be pushing you to the next level. It will benefit you. Trust me, it will benefit you. So let's start. So the idea of securing tomorrow is just to help people understand the principles that guide life. It's like how will I put it? It's like basic things that you can do circumspectly, sequentially, that will take you to your next level. Over time, I've seen a lot of people roaming around. Let me not say roaming around, but living life without intention, living life without having basic plans, without knowing what they are doing. They just know what they were cultured to know, not necessarily taught. Nobody really told them this is what you should do. Then sometimes there are things they need to do, they have not even known that they need to do it. See, let me tell you, life is so serious. And one thing you should know is that there are people that know, the people you are trying to get the same things with know the things you don't know. So your current state in life is a function of what you know and what you don't know. So now it's not about what you know now. There are things you don't know and it is affecting you already. The problem is that you don't yet know the things you don't know. So talking about securing tomorrow is that I'm trying to bring perspective to you understanding that there are three phases in life. There is yesterday, there is today, and there is tomorrow. Where you are today is a function and a result of what you did yesterday. I'm telling you the truth. Where you are currently is a function of what you did yesterday. So now, your present is a function of your past. Your tomorrow will be a function of your present. So we are trying to bring you to know what you need to do in the present so that tomorrow will not happen to you by chance. Tomorrow will happen to you by design. You will live life by design. So, and again, it will be useless that you join this thing and after everything we've said, you don't do anything. So you're going to be writing action points, things that you will need to do, things that the actions you will take to bring yourself to the next level, because the proof of knowledge is action. I'll repeat that. The proof of knowledge is action. See, you need to always find out knowledge that is relevant for your destiny. We will not be able to x-ray a lot on purpose discovery and working in purpose in this, because the way this Securing Tomorrow has been designed, this particular webinar is going to be recurring. This is the first part of 12. It is divided into 12 outlines. We are just doing the first one today. Now, doing the first one today means that after this, we will have subsequent ones. So you will not come for this one and stop. Now, but the proof of what you know is what you have made from what you are learning today. So I'm trying to push you into the knowledge that will bring you to the next step in destiny. So your achievements for tomorrow is dependent on what you will do with today. Now, when I'm talking about tomorrow, I'm not talking about tomorrow that is Tuesday. I'm talking about the next phase of your life. Life is in phases. So some of you are in some people are in their growth season, and I'm talking to a lot of young people. We are in our growth season, and so there are things necessary for growth season. The problem we have in this generation is that we have admired people in their harvest. So because they are in their harvest, we want to be like them without taking note of what they did in their growth season. So anytime you admire something, you see something, there's a lifestyle you like, you need to find out the processes behind. Why am I saying this? You cannot desire to have a mango tree today and have a mango tree today. You must plant a mango seed that will grow into a mango tree over time. So we are not in a hurry. It will be a 12-part series. So let me also say this. Success in life is a product of what you attract by who you are becoming, not what you have or what you are doing. It is who you become. You become successful first. It is the person you are becoming, not what you are doing. So it is possible that, like I always say, there's a difference between a rich man and a poor man with money. So you have to become. So it's possible that we give you money. If you don't understand the principles behind finance and all those things, you will come back to the level of who you are because you are still poor. Now, I'm not saying anybody's poor, but I'm saying that you can have money as a poor person, but there's a difference between a poor person with money and a rich man. So your success in life is dependent on who you become more than what you are doing. Please, as I'm speaking and there are things that you are benefiting from, please do write it out. You do write it out in the comment section. Yo, wow, Casey, I see you. Thank God. I see you, Beulah. I'm seeing other people that are still joining. God bless you for joining. Shoma from Port Harcourt, John Fortune. I'm seeing you guys. Oh, Victor Esther. That's great. That's great. That's great. So, we are going to focus. Our main focus is growth. We are not trying to have a one-time blow. It is not. In fact, that is not even how life works. It is not a one-time blow. Focus is growth. The focus is growth. Kings come as you rise. Kings come as you see. Sometimes when we read some scriptures, we say kings will come to your rising, Gentiles will come to the presence of your light, and all those things. Sometimes I need to understand something. We say who are the kings that are coming? What happens to you growing into even becoming kings? Because first of all, kings come to the brightness of your light. That means you now have access to them. They can drag you into the room where they are. So this is another portion of what we are going to when we start teaching about relationships and strategic relationships and all that. You need to understand that there are doors there are rooms you cannot enter except someone inside the room opens the door for you. So, but you need to grow to a level where they can do it for you. Some of you, majority of your problem, let me say 80% of your problem may be financial, but you don't know that the money you need and the money you are looking for is in someone's pocket. You are just not valuable enough for them to give it to you. I will say this again. This is in person now. The money you need is in someone's pocket. You need to be valuable enough to bring them to a place of giving you that money. So it's not about, like I've been saying, it is not about what you are doing. It's about who you have become. Grow. So pathways. Now, one of the first things I really always want to start whenever I'm teaching is I start with evaluation. I start with evaluation and assessment. If you don't know where you are, you would not know the road to take to where you are going to. So there are three things you need to know. You need to know where you are, you need to know where you are headed, and you need to know the route to where you are headed. So now, evaluation deals with telling you where you are, who you are, and where you are going to. Now, by the time we are done with this, I'm just going to treat an aspect. You would understand the steps you need to take to where you are going to. Now, the first step for securing tomorrow, we're treating securing tomorrow. The first step for securing tomorrow is leaving yesterday behind. Leaving yesterday behind. This is where I'm going to dwell for the rest of the teaching this evening. Leaving yesterday behind. Now, let me show you something. God designed your eyes to be in front. So, there is no way you can be looking forward and looking backward at the same time. Now, God that did that knew that if you are in motion, your focus will have to be where your eyes are. Now, if you are in motion and your eyes are backward, you will have slow movement. You would not move at full pace. Example in scripture, Lot's wife looked back and that was the end. Now, I know it was in religious quarters, it's symbolic. The symbolism is about looking behind. But I want to also tell you that there is a level of progress you will not be able to make if you are always looking behind, looking back at what has happened to you before. Now, the idea of leaving yesterday behind is not forgetting where you came from. No. I'm not saying you should forget your roots. I'm not saying you should forget your parents. You should forget the things you have done in the past. No, that's not what you're talking about. The idea is that you understand that whatever has happened to you in the past, be it success, failures, pains, whatever it is, heartbreaks, losses, whatever it is, because we're still going to treat this. Now, whatever it is that happened to you in your past are supposed to be pointers. So I just heard something this evening. He said, whenever you cry, it should be a testament that there is something else. That is to say, if you can cry, you can laugh. So, looking behind and dwelling in the past keeps you in the past. But what happened in the past are supposed to be pointers. They are supposed to be lessons for the future. Now, yesterday is a reference point, not a residence. out again. Yesterday is a reference point, not a residence. Not a residence. So whenever you look back at things that happened to you yesterday, they should be reference points and not things you dwell on. Some people are where they are because of the last progress they made or the last success they had. Some people, you have heard the term oath taker. Yes, oath taker is someone that made money in the past, and I think that's what it means though. That made money in the past and somehow still feels that they are relevant, but their money has finished though. You know, that is a street slang in our society right now. But I'm saying that your past, when you hear things like past glory, it means that the person has done something in the past, but cannot replicate it now, or not doing the one relevant for now. Because you can do things in the past and it was relevant in the past, but now they are no longer relevant. I made a video today and I posted a video today on our regular Try Again series. And I gave an instance. Kodak, that company Kodak, they funded the first research on digital photography. But because they were so holding on to the past, they continued producing films and the chemicals for washing pictures back in the days. Meanwhile, other companies, in fact, they produced the first digital camera, but now that company is bankrupt because they were holding on to the past. People that have seen where the future is going to now made so much progress. They no longer exist as a media company. Kodak, yes. You can Google this and I'm telling you. Google the Kodak. Google it and you'll see. So, a lot of people, we are still trying to tell some people to learn what it means to do word processing. Meanwhile, AI has come. Oh God. See, there is a document I read one of those days. It's called The Future of Work. I need to go and look for that document. I think it was written by the IMF. Future of Work. Some people are still studying courses that will go extinct soon. I just said that China made about 12,000 degrees redundant. That is to say, they don't need it again. You are not using it again. This is not where we are going to. I'm saying that you can be so much attached to what has happened in the past and you will lose focus of what's happening in the future. Now, the idea is not to forget the past, but to make sure that the past cannot relive itself. I've already mentioned that. Also, yesterday creates the lens we can use to interpret today. You can use what happened yesterday to interpret today. One of the typical examples where you see this thing happen is in forex trading. So when people tell you that they backtest, they are going back to see what price is called price action. What price action has done in the past to predict what can happen in the future. So yesterday can be a lens for you to see what can happen. See, patterns always repeat themselves, whether you like it or not. Patterns always repeat themselves. So if you are not attentive enough, you will not be able to. You looking into the past is to make reference and know what can I change, how can I adapt into the future. Now look at this. I'm going to show us something. There is a place where you start overdwelling in the negatives of the past or in the negative past. And one of the things it to create for you is to create fear. Overdwelling in negatives of the past or overdwelling in the negative past, it will bring you to a place of fear. You will be afraid to make progress. You will be afraid to move forward. One of the first times I thought about this, I used investments to buttress the point, because I've seen people that are so afraid of investment because of that recession, because of there was a time there was a global issue with stocks and shares. So people literally abandoned the whole. Some people don't even go near it. I know people that lost a whole lot of money. So if you mention investment, the fear of losing money, they don't even want to touch it. So meanwhile, there are opportunities laying around, looking at people and waiting for you to actually capitalize on it and make progress. But because you are still afraid of what has happened in the past, you are overdwelling on the past, you will end up in fear. Sometimes also, some people will end up with discouragement. You have heard of people that because of a failed relationship, a romantic relationship now, they are afraid of. That's where you hear all these men are scum. Women are gold diggers. Where do you think it came from? It is coming from the past. I've always said this. Human beings, most of the people you interact with, what they are doing is that they are interacting with you from a point of trauma. You wouldn't know. a lot of traumatic response. Some people's characters that you see now is a function of the traumas they have experienced in the past. Now, when they react to you, they are not reacting to you because it is you. They are reacting to you because they are protecting themselves most of the times. So, why am I saying this? Overdwelling on that. Imagine when you are pushing people away. Meanwhile, the people that God has sent your way that will push you to your next level, because in everything we do, relationships are important. People that God has sent your way that will push you to your next level, you would just abandon them. You would jettison them. You would just push them away. And let me tell you, sometimes all you need is one man. I am sure of that. All you need is one man. One man that can introduce you to other men. And if out of discouragement or fear of what has happened in the past, you are not able to even reach out and interact with the man or the people that God has sent your way, you are about to lose out in the future. You are about to lose out in tomorrow. You cannot secure tomorrow. You will be living in the past without knowing it. Another thing that can also come out from this is depression. I don't want to go into the subject of depression because depression is a word we have misused. We misuse it. But it is real. Depression is real, you know. But sometimes it comes from overdwelling in the past. I had to look up something when I was preparing for this. It is called the 5 stages of grief. If I know some of you have seen this before. See, let me tell you, the truth is this. That thing is real as it were. When I'm saying forgetting, leaving yesterday behind, I am not trying to negate your feelings. I am not saying that your feelings are not valid, but I'm saying that if you fall, you rise up, you dust yourself, and you move. I don't know if you have been following and you are getting something. Please, this is the time to also interact. And also, please, share the link, like, subscribe to the channel, like, share to your friends, share on your stories. People, I'm telling people, we need this. In as much as I know now, before it or if it was going to be on Google Meet, we may not have had the rewatch value. This time around, there'll be an opportunity to rewatch. I'm still thinking if it will be made open for those that missed this or maybe left open for a while. But just share the link so that people would gain. Now, one other thing that happens, let me go back to this. Please, if you have learned something so far, I'm seeing Favor. Yes, Favor Mark. I'm seeing you. Wow. I'm seeing some other people just joined us. God bless you. Thank you for joining, and I believe you are getting value. Please, you can in the comment section, please write what you've learned so far, whatever you've learned so far. Now, yes, I see someone putting up the 5 stages of grief. Now, these 5 stages of grief, the last one is acceptance. If you stop at depression, you will still be living in the past. So it is okay to grieve, to be in denial, to be angry, to be depressed at a point. But it's also okay to finally accept that what has happened has happened. Now, the question is, where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? You must get to the acceptance stage in grief if you will make progress. If not, you'll be living in the past. One more thing. I've mentioned overdwelling in the negative past. Now, there is also overdwelling in the positive past. Oh God. There is overdwelling in the positive past. I have seen it happen. One of the effects is that it will bring you to a place of pride. So it will bring you to a place of pride. And once you become proud, let me tell you, the only people that God fight are proud people. It is in the Bible. He said, He resists the proud. So once you are proud, just know that your battle is no longer, demons have left you. You are now fighting with God directly. Believe me. But look at this. It is because of past achievements, who I am, what we have done in the past. You know me, you know things I don't do before. You now carry shoulder up. You now miss points of learning. So you even bring yourself to a place where nobody can correct you. It's for those of us that are not able, it's something that means the king that does not listen. You know, many people are in that stage in their life because they are still dwelling on what they have done before. Now, you are still proud of your BSc. Meanwhile, People have gone ahead to do their masters, their MBAs, their PhD, but you're still going about around with BSc. Meanwhile, we know that in today's world, BSc may almost not fetch you may almost fetch you nothing. I heard one time, I don't know whether it is true or a rumor, that Dangote put out adverts for drivers, that PhD holders were applying for drivers. You don't know what. See, what we are trying to do is that I want to bring you to a place and reshape your mindset to live above the spirit and the times in this country. No doubt, we know where this country is headed. This country is not. God is helping us, right? God is helping us, and we understand Nigeria is getting better. Nigeria will get better, or let me put it that Nigeria will get better. But also, you need to understand that nobody is coming to save you. So I'm trying to condition you to understand that there are things you will need to do to get to certain places. There are things you need to do to get to certain places. So if you neglect those things, you are going to fail. Now, so I'm talking about overdwelling on positive past. It will bring you to a place of pride. It will bring you to a place of indiscipline. When you don't even listen to anybody, you don't take corrections. I mentioned it already. Now, it will bring you to a place of overconfidence. You know, World Cup is currently going on. You know that there are countries, because of their previous achievements, they are actually overconfident playing some other countries. Yes, it has happened. I can show you a little this thing, because there is no sane world. There is no world where Congo was supposed to hold Portugal to a draw. Portugal just won the last European Nations League. They are one of the top teams, but I know that, and their players are top players. So there is a place overconfidence can lead to inefficiency. Please write this down. Overconfidence can lead to inefficiency. You need to know this. Overconfidence can lead to inefficiency. It can lead to incompetence. So you are no longer dotting your I's and crossing your T's because you feel, I know what to do, I know what I am doing. It's a good place to know what you are doing, but you cannot be overly confident that you don't take instructions, because at this moment now you may not even be able to take instructions because you are dwelling in what you have achieved in the past. Maybe the money you made in the past, the degree you had, the people you've met. Meanwhile, you know, sometimes when people feel I want to debunk something also. There are times where people meet celebrities and feel that they are big. See, let me tell you, proximity to power is not the same as having power. So that you have met some people. Sometimes, you know, back in the day when we were coming up in ministry, going for programs, I've heard people brag that they have been on the same flyer with so and so minister. Okay. After being on the same flyer with so and so minister, are you the same with the person? No. You don't have his consecrations. You don't have his routines. You don't have his rituals. You cannot even get to where he is. And maybe that was the only time you were on the same flyer with him. Maybe even the organizers just wanted to help you. Let me say it again. If you not dwell on the fact that on the overconfidence or the fact or the positive that you appear, it was a good thing. You appeared on the flyer. You met with celebrities. Celebrities change. They are in seasons. Those that were celebrities 10 years ago are no longer almost no celebrities now. Those that are celebrities when our parents were in their youth. We don't even hear of them. In fact, you don't even know them. You know? So this is in phases and in seasons. So you need to understand that overdwelling on what you have done before or what has actually looked like success to you in the past can bring you to a place of not securing tomorrow. Now, there is another. I want to talk about pain. Let me move into some of the negatives in the past that can affect us for tomorrow. Remember that what we are doing is that we are x-raying the past to know what we will do today to secure tomorrow. I will say it again. We are x-raying the past to know what we will do today to secure tomorrow. Now, pain can come in different formats. Loss of a loved one is very painful. Failed investments, painful. Heartbreaks, painful. I know some of you can attest. If you can attest, please drop an emoji in the comment section. I know this heartbreak side is what people like. You know, these things are painful. I think there was a video circulating recently of a guy that was crying. I think something happened between him and I didn't need to, but I know his relationship something. These things are painful, but when you dwell, like I'm still trying to buttress, dwelling on them is not doing you good. Let me make a little bit of comment on loss of loved ones. See, it is okay to feel pain. Pain is a gift, but if you channel it, it only becomes a gift when you channel it properly. Pain is a gift, and if you channel it properly, that is when it can be a gift to you. You know, sometimes maybe you lose someone, and out of pain, you almost shut out, stop doing the things you need to do, you stop your routine. Some people even sometimes, you know, because of the pain. I understand this. Maybe miss vital milestones in their life, like exams and all those. But I want you to always bear in mind. I know it may not be objective for you to think about it at that moment, but whenever you are feeling the pain from the loss of a loved one, I want you to always think, what will they want for you that is alive? I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I'm trying to tell you that what will they desire? What will they look back and say, oh, thank God that this person is still doing this thing. Thank God that my absence is not making them lose themselves. You don't lose yourself. You can grieve. That is why I mentioned the 5 stages of grief. You need to understand it. So one of the questions you're going to ask yourself is, what pain in your past is holding you back? Is the question. Bring out your notepad now. Bring out your pen. What pain in your past is holding you back? You need to answer that question. If you don't answer it, you may not be able to navigate it and move forward from it. And sometimes you don't even know how much it is holding you back, especially that of loss of loved ones, you know. Then, see, failed investment. We were victims of those things growing up, you know. Around 2016, 2015, we did a lot of things and we paid. We paid. But one of the reasons why I want you to also look at, for the investment part, I want to look at this. Why do you think those investments failed? Why do you think those investments failed? I need you to think about it. Major reasons why some of your investments failed is 1, lack of knowledge. Secondly, greed. I will tell you this one for free. Lack of knowledge. Secondly, greed. 2 things. I may not add other things, but these 2 things. Lack of knowledge. When they will tell you to do your own research, you will go with another person's hearsay. Sometimes you trust the person that brought it to you. Okay, let me say, as I'm talking to you guys now, if I suddenly say, oh, there's an investment that I know and I just start posting results, all of you on this call, all of you that are listening to me right now, we want to invest. Some of you, we may even have to borrow money. Even these people that are, those are my media guys. Please help me celebrate my media guys also that are making this impossible. I shot media, they are in the house. I just had to do this shout out for them. So back to what I'm saying. If I open my mouth now to say there's an investment I know and it is paying this one, the other one, you believe me, and you just go into it because you trust me. You may not even do your research. Now, when anything happens, who do you hold? You hold me, right? Sometimes you beat yourself up, you hold yourself. But you would have done better for yourself if you have done your own research. Not just hearsay. Research. And research is not about one source. If I'm saying something and you need to go through other sources, or other neutral and unbiased sources. So this is the reason why many investments fail. Secondly, greed. I don't know why you are expecting to double your money in 24 hours. You're a thief. That's all I can say. You're a thief. Even if you invest with federal government, the best they can give you is 15% in a year. I have a personal bias. Any investment that is offering me more than 20% in a year, listen to me, in a year, I will suspect you first of all. I will suspect you. Because investments are long-term. They are not next day doubling. Remember in the times of the trend of the MMM, the Ultimate Cycler, and the other funny names that we are showing up in that period. A lot of people lost their money. Ponzi schemes. And they feed on your greed. So, all those your failed investments and the pain that comes from it is because you did not know better. Let me say this. If you know better, you will do better. Write this down somewhere. If you know better, you will do better. Now, I've talked about the loss of a loved one. I've talked about failed investment. Now, I want to talk about heartbreaks. Should we talk about it or should we leave it? Okay, let me just mention a few things around it. I've heard of people that, because of how terrible and how messy whatever they had as a relationship ended, they've decided that they will be single. They've decided that they would not, they suspect everybody that comes around them. Even those God has sent their way. Some people even go as far as suspecting, like even if God brings husband to them or wife to them, they will suspect the person because of what has happened in the past. But look at this. One of the things, like I said, pain is a gift. If you channel it properly, you can sit down and find out what happened, what went wrong, what can I do well to make this scenario not repeat itself. Sometimes it is not you, sometimes it can be the person. We're not here to debate that one. Because I know everybody nobody's a villain in their own story. I know, no problem. It's not you. But whatever it is, maybe it is your own wrong choice. Choose rightly next time. Because even if you say it is not you, that it is the guy, why did you choose the wrong guy? Or why did you choose wrong lady? I don't know if I'm shouting. But look at this. If you know better, you will do better. What I'm saying now is that you need to evaluate. Remember, we're asking, what pain in my past is holding me back? What pain in my past is holding me back? You are going to sit down tonight, prayerfully look at whatever it is that is holding you back in your past. It can be a pain. Some of you are not even in the pain side because we are still coming to treat other things that really hold us back. Now, if you don't let go of your past pains, your future will always suffer. If you don't let go of your past pains, your future will suffer. If you don't let go of your past pains, your future will suffer. And see, let me tell you the truth. Why I had to start with the pain aspect is that it is one of the most sensitive aspects of this, You see, sometimes, let me tell you the truth, letting go takes time. I just mentioned about letting go of your past pains. Letting go takes time. Letting go takes time. Oh God. One of the things you will do in letting go is that you will be patient with the process. You will be patient with the process, number one. You will seek for help when necessary, number two. And you will now be intentional about replacing memories and habits. Those things don't just go. This is why the Bible said you renew your mind. You keep renewing your mind. See, not every circumstance is good though, but there is good in everything. Oh, I'm just saying, because pain can teach you. One of the good things in pain is that pain can teach you. Not every circumstance is good, but you can actually find the good if you look for it in every circumstance. Because I always say this, the relevance of light is in darkness. If not, God would have just banished darkness totally. We will not need to have night and day. But God had to leave darkness so that there will be relevance of the sun and the moon. If we had just sun and moon, it will become common. Oh God, I don't want to deviate so much in teaching about this, but I'm saying, in your pain, find the good in it. What is it teaching you? Every failure is an opportunity to learn. You have to get back on your feet. Every failure is an opportunity to learn. Please, if you are still following us, I would like you to drop whatever you are learning. And also, I know some of you might have questions that we may not be able to treat on this call. I would recommend, we have a WhatsApp community. We just started the WhatsApp community. It's been locked for a while, but you would also see that I am an admin on the WhatsApp community. So you can reach out to me if you have questions, because I know that when we're talking about things like this, there are things we need to treat personally. I'm talking generic now, but a time will come when we need to individuals and talk about what is holding them back. The pain is holding them back. The failures and the circumstances are holding them back. Like I said, I'll still go back to this. Tears should not stop you. Tears should reassure you that if you can cry, you can laugh. If you can cry, you can laugh. Every failure is an opportunity to learn. Get back on your feet. Type this thing somewhere. Every pain is an opportunity to learn. Every failure is an opportunity to learn. You can write this now and post on your WhatsApp status. Oh, sorry. Okay, we are using YouTube, right? Oh, you can post it later, right? But every failure is an opportunity to learn. Get back on your feet. Tears should not stop you. Tears should not stop you. Now, we've talked about pain. So what I intended to achieve in telling you how pain holds you back is for you to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I know we used to crack joke and say, who keep light at the end of the tunnel? Some people say they'll carry torch and enter the tunnel. I know. But the idiomatic expression, it means he's trying to tell you that this is not the end. Whatever you have experienced in the past, this is not the end. So like I said, if you can cry, you can laugh. If you can cry, trust me, you can laugh. So let's talk about how success holds you back. How success of yesterday holds you back. Let me give us a story in scripture. Oh, time is running and we are making progress. Yes. Let me give us a story in scripture. Do you know the kind of miracles that God did through Moses for the children of Israel? They ate free food for 40 years. Manna was, if they were thirsty, Moses would just hit a rock, water will come out. If they want meat, Moses would just say a word. You know, life was easy for them. God wrought miracles for them. Those that were in Egypt saw how God, through Moses, threatened Pharaoh. Now, if they so much depended on what Moses did, what God did through Moses for them, they may not have accepted Joshua. I know you have never seen it from this light before. They may not have accepted Joshua because Joshua does not look anything like Moses. He's a prophet. He's just a soldier. But he's a soldier that learned on that trained and was mentored by Moses. So this is what this scenario now I've painted is what happens to many of us. Because of what we are used to, we don't know and we don't align to what God is doing next and people that he wants to do it through next. One of the problems we always have is also that because we know some people's growth process, we may not recognize when they have gotten to a level where they can be of help to you. This is real. Because you know some people's growth process, you are not even able to accept that they have changed or they have grown. Because you know sometimes you say, I'm a Mbamogi. I know. I remember that time. One of those days I went to minister with the saxophone in a church. And the person that taught me keyboard, the first person that gave me my basis in piano, turned and told somebody, say, I know when this boy is small, though. I know when they play piano. And I turned and I told him too, thank you for the times you trained me, because his training helped. But I have also moved. You need to understand that I have moved. I'm no longer the small person you are seeing in that time. I have grown. And as funny as it was, I was a guest minister in that place. But he was still looking at me from the lens of, oh, the boy I taught piano. So let's say there was a way I was supposed to be a blessing to him. If he was still looking at me from the lens of the small Joseph, there's a possibility that he cannot be blessed of the giftings of the Joseph he's seeing at that moment. And this is what would have happened to children of Israel if they neglected the person of Joshua. So you see, don't over-celebrate results of the past. Bask in them, enjoy the moment. But your greatest achievements can be your greatest limitations. That is how life works. Your greatest achievements can be your greatest limitations. If you are not aware that there is more. One of the best songs I used to love those days is, we will never settle for less. We know that there's so much more in you. The person that sang the song was singing about Jesus and the cross, But this should be the mindset of every young person that is growing up. There is more. Whatever you have done in the past, there is more. Because you cannot, okay, let me ask you. If someone like Elon Musk that is now valued in trillions of dollars is still waking up every morning and going to work, what do you think he's after? Now maybe your account balance is reading like a radio station, 100.9, all the kind of stuff. No offense, you understand, right? But I'm saying, because you have made some money in the past, we are so much with the idea of comfort being, having money in the bank, maybe having a house and having a car, and you relax. That is basic thinking. This is good, but there is more. Even if you achieve these things, there is more. There is a cloud of witnesses looking at you, expecting that you do so much more. See, imagine everything that Jesus did on earth, and he's expecting that we do so much. He said, greater works than this. After everything that he did, he said, greater works. He's expecting us to do so much more. So you cannot sit and start over celebrating results. Your greatest achievement can be your greatest limitation. I'm serious. Because look at this. And sometimes one of the things that happens is this. If you feel that you have arrived, you may miss the next race. Like I say, life is in phases. If you get to a phase and feel you have arrived, you will miss the next race. There is a possibility you will miss the next race. So don't get caught up with what you are doing or what you have done and forget what you are yet to do. There is a lot you have not done. There is a lot you have not done. Don't get so much caught up in what you have done. There is a lot you have not done. And don't get lost in the praises of men. No. Don't get lost in the praises of men. I cannot overemphasize this one. See, if you are in a place where they only praise you, my brother, my sister, they are dragging you into your grave without your knowledge. Everybody should have a system of accountability and a system of criticism and correction. Whenever you are done doing, sometimes I see people say, maybe the organization after the program say you want to go and take vacation. You are taking vacation. That you did what? Done. The people that we are looking up to, the fathers we are looking up to, they have written books that we have not even read. We have not read the books these men wrote. And we are trying to covet greatness. So any small thing you want to tap, you tap. You are tapping grace. You are sowing seed. Let me tell you, in all these things, when you are doing all these things, find out the process. So find out the ladder they climb. There is more. What I'm saying is that there is more. There is more. There is more. I have a saying in my family. We have a saying, where I and my wife. It was my mom that first said that to me. It was in the I will tell you the saying, but then I will tell you how to apply it to your growth. See, we should say that problem is a routine, solution to one gives room for more. So you don't stop solving problems. The moment you are solving problems, the moment you solve a problem, a new one arises. Let me give you an instance. So you finish from school. What is the next problem? To get a job. You get a job. What is the next problem? To get married. You get married. What is the next problem? Maybe to buy a car. You buy a car. The next problem, fueling the car. The next problem, giving birth to children. You give birth to children. The next problem, school. It does not stop. It does not stop. And there are even some recurring problems, like rent, recurring. So, solution to one gives room for more. So if you are overdwelling on the last solution you just maybe just took care of, you just finished catering for, you will miss being relevant for the next one. So don't get caught up in what you have done and forget what you are yet to do. Don't get lost in the praises of men. Learn to return all the glory to Jesus. Learn to return all the glory to Jesus. Let me tell you, the truth is that you did not do it. You did not do it by yourself. There's something that we always. It is easy for people in this space of teaching people about purpose discovery and self-development to actually we somehow neglect to tell people this. One thing I want you to also know is that God is sovereign. And the sovereignty of God means that he will do what he likes. He will do what he likes. Yes, he will do what he likes. So it is possible that you can do everything and not get the right thing because you are not aligning to what God is doing in the season. Because God will still do what he likes. So there should be a form of alignment when you are doing these things, when you are growing, when you are making progress, when you are enjoying the success, Also, don't enjoy the euphoria of yesterday that it destroys tomorrow. One more thing I want to point out is this. Success can create comfort, but it can also reduce hunger. Now, I'm not talking about hunger for food and all that. Success can create comfort for you. You can come to a place of comfort, but it will not reduce the hunger because you are not going out. I saw something that blew my mind. Otedola was asked and he said why he went back to business, and he was asked why he went back to business. He said when his children were growing up, because he had made investments, let me tell you, some people have made money on time and they made investments that will last them for the rest of their life. Let me digress a bit. While I was in UNN, when they started that ROA hub, the tech hub in UNN, I was part of the pioneer, those that were there then, So one of those seasons, there was a Swede. A Swede means someone from Sweden, a Sweden guy. He was in his 40s. And he said something to us profound. He said he made a profound statement to us one of those days when he came to speak to us. He said whatever he's doing now, he's doing it for fun. That he has retired. That he has made enough money for the rest of his life. He just travels around and whatever he's doing, he's just giving back to society. The thing blew my mind. You know what it means? It blew my mind. Now, he didn't stop at just being comfortable because of what he has done in the past. He is still going out for more. He's still going out there looking for startups to invest in, looking for startups to help grow. This is me digressing. But what brought me here was talking about Otedola. He said, he was asked, why did you go back to business? He said, they asked his daughter in school, what does your father do for a living? And he said, my father sleeps. Now, the only reason why someone like that can do something like that is that they have passive income that is taking care of their basic needs. And let me tell you this, there is no financial freedom if you work for all your money, if you still do active work. Financial freedom is you being able to have passive income that will help you be able to live life on your own terms. Once your passive income can take care of your basic and luxurious needs, that is when you're financially free. That is to say, you can do things, you can decide what you want to work on. That is, we're not talking about finance now. On the day we'll talk about finance, it will be a mind-blowing session. Trust me, it will be a mind-blowing session. But why am I saying this? He discovered that he was now comfortable. So he had to, and his hunger has reduced. He was just there. So he had to go back to business. So you can achieve something and you become comfortable and to reduce your hunger. So let me make it, maybe because you went for administration and, let me use those of us that are music ministers or pastors and people fell under the anointing. And I say, oh, I've arrived, my God. You start putting prefixes before your name. Reverend, Doctor, Apostle, and all those stuffs. And somehow, suddenly, the routines and consecrations that brought you to the place, you just stop doing them. That's not the way to live. Success can create comfort and also reduce hunger. Please write this somewhere. Success can create comfort and reduce hunger. Now, there's another, I just want to talk about this aspect. Oh, we have 7 more minutes left to finish this. I trust you've been learning. I trust you've been learning. Please, while you are learning, please start writing what you will do to let go of the past. First of all, remember the one of the questions I asked is, what is it in your past that is holding you back? Find out whatever it is in your past that is holding you back. We don't have enough time to talk about mindsets in your past holding you back. Oh, that one is another category on its own. But we'll find a way to infuse it in our subsequent classes. There are mindsets in your past. The way you were trained and brought up, the way you are cultured by your parents, the way you are cultured by your society, by your environment, that has affected who you are now. Yes, I'm saying this. It has affected who you are. So now, I want to talk about practical steps to moving forward from the past. Yes, I can see some of you in this meeting. I can see Ife. Oh, I can see Ife. Ife, you're welcome. All right, practical steps. Number 1 is identification. I just started talking about it. You need to find out the mindsets and patterns in your past that are holding you back. Let me, whenever I want to teach about mindsets, I always bring out one story in the Bible that made so much sense to me. Solomon was regarded to be one of the wisest. So he's not regarded. Solomon is the wisest man that's ever walked this planet and the richest man that's ever walked this planet. So that is why I so much value the book of Proverbs, because, come on, the wisest man and richest man ever lived documented his process, and you cannot even read it and you want to make money. That's a story for another day. Now, Solomon had instructions from his father. David was a man of war. So David was always all about war, revenge, vengeance. You know, all those. David was a fighting man. So the people that wronged David in his old age that he could not do anything about, he told Solomon to do something about them. So Solomon, in all his wisdom, still killed some people. They did not do anything to him. Because of mindset and pattern from his father's house. Solomon went that route. He killed them. In fact, one of them, he told the guy, he used wisdom. He said, stay in this place. Don't leave this place. Any day you leave this place, you will die. The guy, his 2 slaves left. He went to look for them in another city. As he came back, bye. Solomon, wise man. But this mindset that was put in him by his father stayed with him. So there are things in your past. Now, why am I saying this? Sometimes you don't even know that they are wrong mindsets and they are dragging you back. Let me tell you, every human you meet, at birth, you are what they call tabula rasa. That is clean slate. Any other thing you know is taught. You learn it. Any other thing you know is taught and you learn it. So there are mindsets in your past. Find out those mindsets. Find out the patterns holding you back. Then learn the lessons. Learn the lessons. Every season is a classroom. Every season is a classroom. Don't waste the tuition. Don't waste the school fees. Every season of your life is a classroom. Don't waste the tuition. Don't waste the school fees. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Then I'm talking about identification. Align to what God has planned for you. Align to what God has planned for you. Align to what God has planned for. Align. You need to align. By God's grace, one of these days we'll talk about. There's no way. There is no way I will speak to you after 3 times and I don't talk about purpose, because I see that many of you have not yet discovered why you are here on earth. Alignment to God's design for you will help you make so much progress in life. In fact, that is the second best thing after receiving the life of Christ. After receiving the life of Christ, the second best thing is knowing why. Why? What does God want of me? So align to what God has planned for you. Number 2. I was talking about identification. Number 2 is you take responsibility. You take responsibility. Let me see. My every principle I teach comes from scripture. Whether I like it or not, that is the greatest book ever. The country regarded as the greatest country in the world, their constitution is run by scripture. In fact, the dollar bill has an inscription says, "In God we trust." Take and play first. Yeah, I know you are woke, no problem. But in fact, when you even listen to motivational speakers, when you listen to all these guys, when they are done talking to you, if you sit down and look at what they have told you, and you take it through the lens of scripture, sometimes most of those principles are drawn from scriptures. No jokes. But why am I saying this? There's a story in scripture that makes sense, and I need to listen to this. The children of Israel left Egypt, and in the wilderness they were hungry. So God gave them food every morning, gave them manna. But immediately they got into the promised land, manna ceased. You need to take responsibility for your life. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to save you. I need you to bear this in mind. Nobody is coming to save you. Take responsibility. Our time is almost up, so I'll quickly rush through the remaining 2 steps of moving forward from the past. Adjust your association. See, life's journey requires people. You need to find out the people that are the same path with you and follow them. This is just what I will say for now. On a very good day, we'll still talk about relationships. We'll still talk about people assigned for your journey. We'll still talk about life as a journey. Then exposure. You need to be in an environment necessary for your transformation. You need to be in an environment necessary for your transformation. Believe me, you. Now, sometimes the environment is not about physical environment, it's mental environment. People around you. You need to avoid triggers of the mistakes in the past, of the pains in the past, of the disappointments in the past. I promise that this will be a 1 hour class, and by God's grace, this is 1 hour. Let me tell you the truth. If you are still expecting me to say a whole lot of things, there is a lot to say. There's a lot to say. But I believe that in this 1 hour, God has helped me to give you some things that will help you and push you to your next level. So, because like I was saying, you need to first of all take care of the past before we can start talking about what we'll now start doing in present day. Because from our next webinar, from our next class, we'll start talking about today, what we'll do today to secure tomorrow. We have to, first of all, treat the baggages of the past, drop the baggages of the past, so that we can now focus on doing something today to fix our tomorrow. Let me say this as we close. Yesterday is a classroom. Please write it somewhere, and not a campsite. Let me say this. Yesterday is a classroom and not a campsite. Learn from it. Thank God for the lessons, and then keep moving forward. And then keep moving towards the future God has prepared for you. I wrote this down somewhere. I'm going to post it on. For those of you that are not on the group, if you follow me on social media, if you follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, I've posted the link to the WhatsApp community. We are trying to build a community of those that will grow together and help themselves. Time is coming when we will look for people. You find people in your niche and you grow together. See, let me tell you, collaboration is one of the ways to make progress in this generation. So think about the community as a place to gather with like minds that will push you to your next level. So let me say this again, while I also put it on the platform. Yesterday is a classroom and not a campsite. Learn from it. Thank God for the lessons, and then keep moving towards the future God has prepared for you. I will say it again. Yesterday is a classroom, not a campsite. Because why? If you understand how classrooms happen now, you change levels. If you pass the class, you go to the next level. So if you dwell there, you keep repeating the class. So yesterday is just a classroom. It's not a campsite. You don't stay there. Learn from it. Thank God for the lessons, and then keep moving towards the future God has prepared. I'll say it for the last time. Yesterday is a classroom and not a campsite. Learn from it. Thank God for the lessons, and then keep moving towards the future God has prepared for you. Thank you for being part of this. Some of you stayed from the beginning to the end of this particular webinar. I'm grateful for audience. The truth is that it is not everybody that knows what to say that is allowed to say what they know. You've honored me by being this. You respect and you believe in what I'm able to offer. That's why you sat down, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being part of this. For all of you that I was not able to actually recognize on the live stream, I send out my love to you. God bless you. I'm glad that you were part of this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next edition. The details will be out soon. Then also, I want to say this. EquiThrive Global, I said it at the beginning. I will say it so that you will know. EquiThrive Global is a hub that trains young people on purpose discovery, self-development, leadership, relationship, and finance. So we are a bridge between what you don't hear often in church, what you are not taught in school, and what you don't often hear in families at home. So the what we're trying to do is to bring perspective to what it means to secure tomorrow, what it means to make progress in life in God's way, aligning to God's will and all that. So this is what we do, and I'm the lead instructor. Let me tell you the truth. Nothing big is done without a team. I have a team. Right now, I'm able to come your way because I have a team. There's someone behind the camera. There's someone on the laptop, making sure that you are getting the streams live. And I celebrate God's love. I celebrate Timothy, the whole iShot media. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you also, my principal for the support. God's Oracle was here. God's Oracle has been here from the beginning, and he has been a great support. One of the days I'll tell you the story of how he helped me launch into this thing. If there are people that if they don't give you audience, if they give you audience, people will listen to you. And he happened to be one of those people that gave me the audience for people to listen to me. And I'm so much grateful for that also. And I also give a shout out to my wife, purely supporting me in all this. You will not know. She is part of the team of EquiThrive. One of these I'll tell you her role. No problem. Then, while I end, let me also tell you this. We run a yearly conference called Evaluate. And this year, it is going to be happening in October. It is going to be amazing. We have started gathering. We have started talking to our guests. We are, in fact, oh God, whenever I think about Evaluate for this year, I am excited. The team have started meeting, and I am so sure this year, something will touch you this year that will push you to your next level. I am so sure. As long as you just give me your ears. I'm not asking for anything. Just give me your ears. The truth is that whatever we are bringing to you, in some quarters, you don't get it for free. But I have been led to just give it to you freely. Some of them I paid to learn. But it is on me now to give it to you free. Maybe one day you'll be required to pay. And you wish you have listened to me now. Thank you for being part of this. Evaluate is happening on the 24th of October. Start marking your calendars now. 24th October 2020. 24th October 2026. Evaluate 3.0. That is the third edition of Evaluate. And we're trusting God that we're having a book launch. I just finished writing a wonderful book. You will love to read that book. I finished writing a wonderful book. You will love to read that book. It is just a man that will teach you how to evaluate your life. How to evaluate your life. Different aspects of life here touched there. Understanding seasons, kairos, chronos. A lot inside the book. Don't worry. You have to. This one you pay for that one. I'm not gonna lie for you. You go pay for that one. You pay for that one. You know. Thank you for being part of this. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I sure you can take me offline now.